Hotkeys are important because they will speed up your workflow when compared to selecting with the mouse. The most common hotkeys I use are Ctrl and Undo. I'll use Ctrl+Z for that. You can hold Ctrl to select multiple edges. I use T to turn cut on. I use connect. To do that I use space. To insert a face I use Ctrl and W. To extrude, Shift and E. With mouse 2 to get out of the extrude mode. To cap, I used Shift+D. To chamfer, I use Y. To detach, I use Alt and D. To convert to an editable poly, I use Shift and T. To show the end result, I use the key to the left of Z. So to set up your hotkeys, you'll want to go to Customize and then come to Customize User Interface at the top. And now we can type in, for example, cut, so C-U-T, and you can see here that I've got it set to T. So I have connect on space. My inset is poly based, as you can see there's a bracket before it. That's a Ctrl+W. My extrude should be here, Shift+D, extrude face, poly. My cap is bound to Shift and D, and it's under the poly in brackets. Chamfer is also on poly, and it's using Y. Detach, poly, using Alt and D. And convert to editable poly, Shift and T. And the last one, show end result, is here with a backslash. Modifier sets are a set of buttons that appear above the modifier stack. Their purpose is to facilitate quick selections. So to set up one of these modifier sets, navigate to this area here, configure modifier sets, and show buttons. And then you'll have these select buttons here. So to edit these, come back to here and configure them. And now we have this panel. So we have some sets here, but I don't find them to be that useful. So what I'm going to do is just overwrite some of these buttons with things that I find useful. So I'm just dragging them across onto the button. So I find edit poly useful. FFD usually quite useful. Turbo smooth is useful. Unwrap UBW, beyond the scope of this tutorial, but that is useful to have on the side. A shell can be useful. Symmetry, obviously useful. Edit normals can be useful if you're dealing with flipped faces. I'd also say bend can be quite useful. So these are generally what I would have, but you might use different modifiers, so you should set this up to how you want it really. When you are done setting up your modifier set, you'll want to save it, and to do that just give it a name. I'm going to call mine my modifier set and hit save. You'll see now it's on this menu.